What's up, YouTube? This is Sir Hunter Reviews, and I have some exciting fucking news. But first things first, this is going to be episode 3 of our 27-day countdown to Game of Thrones Season 6. The North remembers. Okay, so first things first, Kit Harington was interviewed again, insisting that his character is dead. He did also say that he enjoyed his time on Thrones because he got to meet his current girlfriend, Rose Leslie. She is the actress who plays Ygritte. And then he said that when she died at the end of season 4, it was gut-wrenching for him because it was like he was losing his girlfriend on the show. He was coming back next year, but her character was a loss. Sad shit, everybody. Sad fucking shit. Kit Harington, you're a goddamn liar. Other news, Theon, actor Alfie Allen, was interviewed as well, not by the same magazine, but he was quoted as saying, he was pretty tight-lipped about spoilers, but he did say that his character, knowing that Sansa is in danger, and amongst other stuff that we all know is going through Theon's head, like, yo, I killed those farm boys with sheep things and bread. Just a whole bunch of shit is going on in his fucking head, and in doing so, he said that his character's storyline gets pretty dark. Interesting at the same time, but dark. I don't know what the fuck that means. We already know what's going to happen to Theon in season 6. Main point of discussion of this video, not the most important, but main point is going to be, what do I see happening? And I'm going to start this, maybe not the next episode of our countdown, but maybe a few more episodes of our countdown. I'll start saying what I think will happen in episode 1, episode 2, all the way through episode 10. But this one is going to be what I think will happen on Game of Thrones season 6, episode 1. Okay, so obviously everybody's wondering whether the fuck he's dead. So the first scene is probably going to be him maybe not still lying in the snow, but maybe the blood from where he was stabbed at being there. Then they'll probably go over to his body. That's when Mel and Davos are going to be having that conversation. Then they'll probably skip around a little bit. They'll probably go to King's Landing. We'll see Marjorie probably in chains still. We'll see Jaime arriving on a ship back from Dorne. That's definitely going to be episode 1. And then one thing that I do want to see is him being revived, him being Jon Snow, but that's probably not going to happen. I would like to see that. It's rumored to be episode 3. But yeah, another major thing is we'll probably see some of Bran's storyline. He'll probably actually get a good like 10 to 15 minutes total of all his scenes in that episode, just because he's been missing for an entire fucking season. Then we'll probably get hints at some of the major characters that obviously they're going to be with Dany and the Dothraki. I just don't know exactly where they're going to start off, whether they're going to start off with Tyrion and Grey Worm and Missandei back in Meereen, with Varys maybe leaving that episode, so that way that would give Varys enough time to get to where he needs to be to take care of Kevin midway through season. So it would make sense for them to send Varys off Lord Varys off pretty early in the season, so that way he can go take care of his business back in Westeros. I do see, like I said, I don't know whether they're going to show Tyrion first or Dany first, but they'll probably do a combination. They'll probably go to Dany, obviously, because she was in the most peril, and then they'll switch back to Tyrion and let us know what's going on with him, Grey Worm, and Missandei, and how the fuck it's coming along running Meereen. More on Bran. I don't think we're going to get a flashback to first episode, but I do think that, like I said, they're going to touch on his story a lot more. What I hope will happen is we'll get to see Frankenmountain fucking kill some shit, dude. I want to see him in action. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they'll catch us up. Also, if they're going to be touching on Tyrion and Meereen, hopefully they'll catch us up on how big Viserion and Rhaegal is, because we know how the fuck big Drogon is. That motherfucker is big as shit, dude. Like, fucking massive. That last trailer they leaked out, his wingspan was probably like 150 feet wide. Yeah. Eating them fucking harpies, like I said. Harpies for lunch, harpies for dinner. Obviously, we're going to find out with Sansa what's going on with her, whether she does end up getting caught by the Bolton troops and the dogs, and then right at the last second, Brienne shows up. We do know that's happening. They tell us that in the trailer, basically, but we don't know if that happens the first episode, so I don't know. They get a little bit of Iron Island stuff, maybe some teases at the very end. Maybe they'll go to, like, at the very end of the episode, maybe they'll show Euron on the bridge, some shit like that, you know. Do touch more on the Greyjoys. We'll probably see Euron on the bridge, and then a few scenes later we'll probably see him getting blessed by the drowned god. Go on down to the edge of the map, in Essos. Arya she has said in several interviews she doesn't have as much screen time as she normally does, and that's because there's a lot of shit going on in Westeros. But basically, Arya is going to most likely still be blind. We'll probably see her, like, you know, those photos they gave us of her sitting there looking like a beggar. She'll probably be doing that shit. Probably not too much interesting. That's why I think they chose to. Not that her storyline isn't interesting in the books. It is kind of boring, though. So they're probably trying to stay away from that a little bit because everybody keeps saying Season 6 is so fucking fast-paced. That's going to wrap up the Game of Thrones news. Now on to that big fucking surprise. Oh, me and two other YouTubers, you guys might have heard of them, Ricey Reviews and Raised to Alba. We actually had a 4-hour-long fucking Skype conversation earlier to come up with awesome content for you guys. We're thinking our name is probably going to be, we don't really know. My biggest thing is I wanted it to do something with dragons, and they kind of felt that, but they were kind of suggesting other stuff. And then I was like, what about the Brotherhood Without Manners? If you guys think that that's a good name for our roundtable discussion type shit, because basically what we're going to do is we're going to put out a video, see how you guys like it, get some feedback from y'all, and then when the season starts, we're going to review each episode on our own channels and then do a big group discussion where obviously we all three have opposing views and we kind of go at it, if you want to say. Yeah, let me know what you guys, if you have any suggestions for names or anything like that, let me know down in the comment section. And also, if you haven't already done so, make sure you go check out their channels. That's Raised Day Alba and Ricey Reviews. Go subscribe to them. Those guys are fucking awesome. Kind of ending this video. On that note, I do want to ask you guys, if you already haven't done so, you click like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and if you have a chance and you like what Sir Hunt's Reviews does here, make sure you go check out my Patreon page and become a Patreon. I have a numerous amount of prizes for people that want to pledge anything from $1 to $25. It will help in getting me a new camera so that I'm not as like white, pale, blurry, pixelated, and granulated. Thanks for watching. Once again, this is Sir Hunt's Reviews, and I'm Mark. Say hello, Diesel.